today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The San Francisco 49ers taking on the Carolina Panthers.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain. But at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. Inside the 10 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago. See if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The numbers for Brooks a week ago. 18 carries, 98 yards, too shy of 100.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. You look at this Niner defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game, right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. This defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
And he's going to get this down. The 35-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving a guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Warner, and just shutting him off there. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Young going to get, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out at gets loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They go play action here on first down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run with Garindo. There he goes, left side. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play there for the Niners. And even 50 yards on the ground. Boy, he currently stands second in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're second and you want to be first, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
66 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Isaac Garindo, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Young. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive? Because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was third down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down, Young. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Here's third down and 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 4. Young. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They begin on the ground with Garendo. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 77 yards rushing for it, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Garendo on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they can.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 2-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. while Young's throw is on target to Burks. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now here's Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. This is caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk from 6 yards away. And the 49ers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Moody good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing, Young. On the slant, Burks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run the draw with Brooks. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And he's got it. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Brooks going to be stopped before he can get moving forward, as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Xavier Legette, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Hill. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Again, it's Garendo. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 109 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now here's the former Panther, had some great years with him. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A handoff running right, Garendo. He is out of bounds inside the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And quickly they get to the line.
46 the mark.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game. Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game. Now Moody for the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On second down, Brooks. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. A great return there of 22 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
That confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. An extra point try now for Moody. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. Talanoa Hufanga in on the stop.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Young to throw it. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them zone.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. That's a game that they would rather probably...
Game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Young completes it to the tight end, Kittle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Young to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one. Back to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have disappointed watching their execution throughout this contest.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Young on first down. This ball taken in here by Brooks. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Young. That one complete to Ligon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Young will set to throw. Got a man. That's Ligon. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Young. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And Tommy Adebawore, the one who got in there for the sack. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Looking to throw, Young. Under pressure, they got him again. With Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down. There's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A big third down play there for the Niners. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with it defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 159 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. From the 17, here's second and 4. Now back to throw. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They go with McCaffrey. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And the Panthers coming out now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Young. Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game. Picked off by Christian Harris. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive court. Right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, when they said game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Now Moody for the PAT. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. They certainly made quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete. Cisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best.